Boba is the chewy black spheres at the bottom of the drink made from tapioca. It can also be used to describe the drink itself. The boba is then cooked up in a thick syrup, kind of like molasses. After it goes in the bottom of the cup, you add your drink of choice. Traditionally, milk tea is used as the base of most boba drinks, but the options are endless and can be combined with iced coffee, slushies, smoothies, and if you're feeling adventurous, you can try flavors like taro and lychee that are native to Asian countries. Then you pop a large straw which is used to slurp the boba and enjoy. But those wanting to get their boba fix may find it harder to do so because of a so-called boba shortage. So we visited a couple of local boba shops and spoke to its managers to find out what's going on and take you behind the counter to take a look at how it's made. Boba Silog in North Fresno specializes in making traditional boba drinks with a Filipino twist. Right now, Michaela, manager of the shop, is making what's called the dirty taro.
So the first thing we want to start is thinking about the size. So we have our large and our small, 50-cent difference. We're going to put that on the side right here. We got a pepper shot, so we have our little shot maker right here, and we grind our coffee beans fresh. And anybody will tell you the key to a good shot is making sure that it's pressed. And we got to put it in our espresso machine. So we have our glass ready, our shot ready, but we don't want to make it right away because the shot does expire in 10 seconds, so we got to make our taro milk tea. First, I like to start off personally by adding the boba at the bottom. We have, let's do 1.5.
Okay.
So we have our brown sugar syrup that we like to add around the rim. A lot of people like it, sometimes it's just for detail, some people like it for the flavor. We add a scoop of ice, and we have a taro milk tea prepped. And it's already right there coming out purple. And then we like to leave a little bit of space, so we gotta add our non-dairy creamer. So for those that are, sensitive to dairy, we are very friendly with that. We also have our other choices of almond milk, coconut milk, or soy milk. And then we have our sealer right here. We're gonna leave that right here. We gotta add our shot on top, that'll make it the dirty taro. So you're gonna put our shot button, and then we have our shot ready. There you go. And we're gonna put it right on top. There we go.
Sweet Life Boba takes the traditional boba drink and puts a fun and unique twist on it. One of their most popular drinks, the lychee dragon fruit, uses a variety of boba alternatives, which we'll explain later, combined with a fruity and tangy beverage using traditional Asian flavors. Here's how it's made. For this drink, a mixture of syrups become the base. The tea base, which is brewed fresh every day, is poured on top of that and is then shaken up. Different types of jellies are added to add a fun texture while drinking. After a layer of lychee jelly, a cool and colorful layer of butterfly pea tea, which gets its color from a bright flower, tops off this fun drink. Here are some of the factors that play a role in the shortage. Both the boba spheres, which is mostly shipped from Taiwan, and the tapioca starch used to make them, which comes from Thailand, are getting caught up in significant shipping backlogs on both the east and west coasts of the US. The shipping lags can be blamed on a mix of bad weather, pandemic-related logistical issues, and increased general demand as consumer spending rebounds. In an Instagram post, Boba Guys, a boba tea company with a flagship store in San Francisco, who also is one of the few US-based boba producers, said it could take months for the boba tea supply to get back on track, and shops are already starting to run out. The majority of boba used in the drinks you buy come from overseas.
How has this affected you guys as a boba business?
Thus far, since it's so new, it hasn't hit us quite yet, because it just depends on your shop. If you worked with your retailer, if you wanted to order ahead of time, or if you do it weekly or monthly whenever you get your shipment in. For us, we usually do it maybe our shipment comes in 2 to 3 times a month, but we usually just order as we go most of the time, because sometimes we'll sell more food than boba, or sell more boba than food. But other than that, it is so new, it hasn't hit us just yet. yet, and I don't think it's like weighing in on customers yet. They're like, hey, you should get it while it's still here.
What's been the issue with getting boba from your distributors?
So basically, where we source it, it's basically stuck at port, and so getting shipment to America and then to us has been like quite a process. And because it is so hard to get it like to us specifically, our merchandisers have increased the pricing from 5 to 10%.
Right.
Like personally, I am quite upset because I do want to make my customers happy, and it's really special because a lot of people come in and they're like, I've never had it before, and to like have those people come in and just to say that we don't have it, it just kind of hits a little bit deeper because when everything started happening, it affected you in like bigger places, and you didn't think those smaller pieces of your life, like your favorite drink, was going to be affected. But now that it is, it kind of hits you a little bit harder, or just a little bit more like from a broader perspective. That like, hey, this is like affecting things I didn't think it was going to.
Luckily for Trinity Quinn, owner of Sweet Life Boba near Fresno State, she sources her boba locally.
In my boba shop, there is no shortage right now because our boba is made in the US. However, maybe there will be a shortage for us if it continues because the port is full, and one of the ingredients to make US boba is from overseas.
And if worse comes to worse and boba does become a hot commodity, most shops have some alternatives.
We have different types of jellies. You can try lychee jelly that everyone really likes. It's made out of agar, so it's vegan. Anyone can have it. We have strawberry, mango, coffee jelly, and there's like different types of toppings that you can put in there.
At first I didn't really believe it, but actually it's kind of disappointing. It's kind of sad because I feel like in recent years, everyone, especially like people my age and teenagers, they're like hang out is just like going to boba. That's like a thing they do for fun. So it's pretty weird to see that it's going down.
I think that everyone should try to get their boba fix now, just in case that everyone else will be out of boba. Right?
Trinity prides her shop for using natural ingredients in their drinks.
We always try to be the leader of the game, and we always try to bring in new products. So we're always changing our menu. We're always trying to bring in new things and making drinks fun. So it's not like, you know, the everyday drink that you can get anywhere else. For us, we use organic sugar. We use very good fruits. We try to source local fruits into our drinks.
Boba Silog wants to make Filipino food more accessible, offering it with the already popular drink.
What sets you apart is that you offer Filipino food, like I mentioned, right? So right here is a traditional tapsilog, so you can see this on the camera. So here we got the traditional tapas, which is basically like sort of a stir-fried beef almost,
yes,
right? It's marinated first and then fried up. And then something that's super common with Filipino households is the garlic fried rice, which I grew up eating, super good, one of my favorites. And then of course the egg, just to tie it all together. But for tapsilog or silogs, you can basically make this with any type of meat, right?
Yes, so just what we have to offer, like we have pork, we have like beef, we have longanisa, we also do like fish, we do like our milkfish or like our bangsilog.
Oh, this is so good. Definitely reminds me of back home, or when my parents just used to make this for me for breakfast.
Yeah, I know what's so interesting is that a lot of people that aren't familiar with Filipino food, they see the egg and they think it's breakfast. I'm like, could be for breakfast, could be for lunch, could be for dinner, doesn't matter. That's so tender.
So what's your favorite dish here?
Lumpia silog, which is basically just the lumpia and then all the sides.
Oh.
And that one's amazing as well. But as I've gotten more comfortable, it's turned into like the long silog. I'm kind of like going like a kid.
Yeah.
So like lumpia, then the longanisa, and now I love the toast silog.
Okay.
That one's so good. And then other than that, the pork sisig, which is not a silog, but it's just as good. It's so rich and it's so like flavorful and it's really tender.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's so good.
And for those of the viewers who don't know what sisig is, it's basically, well, it's the best thing ever. But basically, it's chopped up pork belly, right? And then you fry it up. Is it in like a sizzling plate or?
We usually do like a cast iron skillet before the pandemic hit. Other than that, just for safety reasons, we do package everything in our to-go containers. So a little bit of the like experience is kind of gone, but still tastes just as good in my opinion. And you get a side of white rice and you get a fried egg on top. And like I've been saying, I just mix it and it's just so good.
And for those of you just trying to ease into the Filipino foods, I think sisig is definitely the way to go. It's a good drinking food, so if you're cracking open a cold one, definitely sisig is the way to go.